All right, so last thing before we get out of here is what are you enjoying this week that you would like to share with the audience so that they can look it up too? Keep it short and sweet.
Okay, short and sweet. Well, first off, since we got back from that little camping and float trip, that's all that's been on my mind. I'm trying to get prepared for the next one. But instead of that, remember I told you about that show called Accused?
Yes.
Guilty or Innocent? And it was on Hulu. Well, Fox got a show called Accused, and it's a series, but none of the stories are the same. But the stories are so interesting. As soon as like the story starts, the dude's in court, and then it goes back and tells you why he's in court. It goes through his perspective. And some of the stories, man, like this one, the first story got me. So I'm just going ahead and tell it anyway, because I mean, fuck it. But so the dude, the dude was a doctor. He watching his son growing up. He's like, man, my son's being bad. He's torturing animals, stuff like that. He's gonna grow up be a bad kid. And then he finds a notebook in his son's room while he's in high school, talking about, hey, I'm tired of these motherfuckers, shit like that. And then he's realized how bad this kid's getting. So he plans to take him on a camping trip that has a real big cliff, and he was going to kill his son. But his son, he told him at the camping trip, he's like, man, I know I've been fucking up, stuff like that. I'm getting better. My buddy, he wants to go on a trip in Ireland or some shit like that. And we need $10,000. That's what we do. Because during the show, he overheard him asking for money. He's like, that's what the $10,000 was for. I want to take this trip to Ireland. Then when I come back, I want to get counseling. He's like, whenever he talks about this place in Ireland, I feel like it's going to be beneficial for me. So the dude gives him the $10,000. The kids turn around, they buy guns. They shoot up the school. This dude's in court because he's a fucking accessory for giving the kids money. They were like, man, you knew what was going on. You found the notebook. You didn't do nothing to stop it, and you gave him money for it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was so fucking crazy. And that was the first show of the series. And I was like, I need to start watching this shit. They got some real good stories in that thing.
Yeah, that sounds fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's called Accused it's on Fox.
That dude is dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
Like legit.
If you watch it, if you watch it, man, his whole thought process went up to the mountain, and then his son told him that because he overheard his son, his friend Jack's asking for that money, and now that he heard what it was for, man, that dude really thought like, man, my son's really turning around.
So you think he really bought it and was like, well, obviously he did, because I don't think he would give him the $10,000 for fucking guns.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I could see a lot of parents doing that, like, oh man, my fucking son who like is gonna turn. But he was thinking about killing his son anyway.
Yeah.
So he went from wanting to kill his son to fucking.
So after he was found not guilty, his wife looked at him. His wife, you were really gonna kill our son? And he just gave him that look like, yeah, kind of like. She's like, yeah. I wish you would have.
Damn.
He just walked off, and I was like, God damn. I mean, you kind of would, because he killed some kids in that school.
Yeah. He deserved to be put out.
That shit that was on Pitt's finger, what was that shit called? Because that had your attention during the float trip.
Dude, I tried to pop it when we got back to his house, and it didn't pop, so I was kind of upset.
Man, so you put him through torture.
Yeah, that was, what's it called? A finger paronychia. So basically all it is, it was a nail infection on the side of your nail. It gets underneath the nail, and on the side of your finger, it becomes inflamed, and pus starts to build up underneath it.
Real
and you can actually
too.
It becomes real sensitive to like anything. Little taps, touches, anything it hurts. But if you pop it by putting a toothpick or something sharp underneath the side of your finger, like almost under your nail, the pus will come literally squirting out of it. And the pressure, it just relieves the pressure and feels so fucking good. It happens a lot to people who bite their nails, and I bite my nails, so I used to get them like every month or so, something like that. And I loved when I got them.
Taking that shit, and I just ripped them off.
Right? But it fucking, I used to get them, and I used to love getting them.
But yeah, it does feel a lot better once it
comes out. Yep. So there was that. And the other thing I've been watching because of my sunburn, actually, is skin peeling videos. People peeling their skin. Because, dude,
you watch that snake skin peeling from the feet.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing. That was a couple weeks back. But it's because like I got really burned on my face and like around my hairline, like it was peeling like up into my hair. So like my hair had like a ton of dead fucking skin in it. So it looked like I just had like the worst case of dandruff of all time. So yeah, it was pretty bad.
Reminds me of the story in Japan. We had this dude. He had a shaved head. and he went to go climb Mount Fuji, and so he put all this sunscreen on his face. He had a perfect circle. And my buddy's like, man, you look just like the opposite of the Japanese flag. Instead of having a red dot, he had his white face. It was red all red. He had a perfect little circle around.
Respect. Yeah, but
climbing Mount Fuji takes some time, so he got burnt pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, we were on the water for what, 8 hours?
And how many miles we went? 5?
We only went 5 miles.
Yeah, so that's another thing for you guys who's planning a float trip, man. You don't go that fast on these float trips.
Yeah, you literally go slow.
8 hours to do 5 miles.
Yeah, it took so long. And we only stopped, what, 3 times?
3 rafts and all these big motherfuckers on this raft. We were going nowhere.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But that was fun, man. I really want to do it again. If anybody's watching and you actually are considering... if you made it this far and you want to join a float trip with us, because mostly right now I think the people who are watching are basically just family and friends. So if you want to go, just shoot us a message, and we'll kind of keep your name in mind for when it gets closer to next year, and we'll shoot you a message a couple months in advance. Yeah, in June. That's usually when it goes down. So we'll shoot you a message, maybe a couple months in advance to kind of let you know it's coming up. And who knows? We might be able to get something going. We're trying to rent a cabin next year, I think was the idea.
That's what it was
instead of all the tents. Because everybody's getting older. We're all like 35 plus now. So yeah, if you want to go, we'll probably be in a cabin. So yeah, it's a good time. So we got anything else, Mike? Good to go?
No, I'm good to go. I'm
Any more tea?
Empty.
Respect.